Up, fellas, today I'm going to be showing you some cool movement tips in Hordes. Let's get started. First is the Archer boosted dash jump. Now how to do this is you just start jumping, and when you're about to land, you do a dash and you jump forward really fast. Now, this is really useful for PvP and for farming as well, because when you're doing this, you can just jump away from monsters and then you have like twice the distance instead of like using a normal dash. You can cast, have more time to cast instead of having to get hit by your monsters all the time. And in PvP, it's also good to like just get away from, enemies. Now, how to do this? I tested earlier. I don't think you can do it off of one jump. You need to like start multi-jumping, so hold down spacebar. And as you're in the air, like you have to find the correct timing to just, press dash and then you start flying forward. You can practice this for a bit, like maybe 50 to 100 times, and usually you'll get it down and be able to do it consistently. Right, that's for the Archer. Now as for the Warrior actually also has a cool movement trick you can do with him, and that is with the charge. Now normally people charge like this, go forward and then bang, it hit their target, but you can actually get even more speed out of it by holding down spacebar. But there's a few catch. Now first let me show what I'm actually talking about. So I charge over and bam, I fly out forward. Usually you'd stop right here, but I flew out even further to here. Now how to do this is very simple. You hold down W and then you press F and then you just hold spacebar. You don't have to spam it, you just hold it. Now a few things to note before you try to do this. You can't jump before activating it, so you can't just say you want to jump and charge and then hold. That won't work. Like if you jump it and charge and then you try to hold space, it doesn't do the boosted jump. It also doesn't work if you press other buttons, I think. Like, of course, once you're at the finish, you can like do this thing, you can like flick to the side, but you also have to hold W. You can press D or something, but while you're charging, I think it's best to just hold W forward. Not entirely sure how that works, but it's pretty cool. You can like juke people, you can go bam and you can just jump to the sides, jump backwards instantly, just do cool tricks, or you just jump forward when your archer's running away from you. So that's for the Archer, pretty cool. For the Warrior, sorry. Let's get into the Shaman. The Shaman has one of the fastest speed in Hordes. Like, you think Archer is the fastest speed, but no, Shaman can go beyond the Archer if you have all of the required things going on. Sadly, the Archer is still faster on foot, but the Shaman is faster on mounting. You see, because there's something in Hordes that's called double casting. For example, if I'm casting this totem, I can spam my Revitalize, and I would insta-cast Revitalize once I put down a totem. Now this doesn't seem that cool, it's not a movement trip, right? Well, let me show you how this works. Your mount, right? You could mount up, and then you can spam a potion, and you'd heal. You can do this with any class. You could mount up and then be on a healing potion, or drinking a healing potion. What you can also do is you can mount up and use Spirit Animal. Spirit Animal 5, and this thing gives massive speed. Mount also gives some more speed. Now if you combine these two, like this is normal mount riding, just with your mount, it's really slow. Now let's see how fast we can go with the Spirit Animal. You just spam Spirit Animal a few times and bam, you go super fast. Like way faster, you go twice as fast. Now, you can also like link this up with any instant cast spells, for example K9, Mimmer's Well, Mimmer's Cleanse, any Skull, no not Skull, any Charms, Potions, instant casts. Other classes can also do that, like for example the Warrior's Charge, although you can't use the boosted charge that way, I think. You also can use Whirlwind on it. It's pretty damn cool, like what you can do with this. Now, let me try to do it with a Ship Pennon. Push a ship in and I do double casting and bam, I am super fast, even faster than normal. You can see the ship penning going out here slightly slower, and the Spirit Animal goes even longer. And that's how you do a double casting, and with the Shaman you can do double mounting, which is just so much faster. Like it's so easy to go around maps with this thing. If you go to a place, well, just get a bit of spirit animal and just booms. Let's see how much slower we go. Like 5 seconds till our spirit animal goes down. And back to normal speed. Slightly slower. You still have a lot of speed while mounted, but it's just much faster. So how you do double casting is you just start casting your mounts, and then you just spam an instant cast. You don't have to really spam it, but usually, like, if I only press it once, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so I just like spamming it really hard, like, as much as I can. You have to be careful, though, with, like, attack spells, especially with, like, archers or something. Because the archer, when you use double casting, you do an attack spell, what happens is that your auto attack also goes off. And if you auto attack on a mount, you get it dismounted, so it kind of doesn't work that well with the archer. But anyway, that's probably the coolest movement tip in Hordes in terms of just raw speed. And yeah, that's for the Shaman. Now, the Mage doesn't really have that many like cool movement tips and tricks. It's really just double casting as well. Like, you can cast and do a teleport, you have a little bit extra, you know, distance covered. Anyway, that was everything for movement tips and tricks. Sorry I rambled on a bit too much, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed and you learned something new in Hordes. Some really basic tricks you can do in Hordes, really. And yeah, have fun. See ya.